So we're going to unpack the Fourth Amendment. Here it is. The right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, and no warrants shall issue but upon probable cause, supported by oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the place to be searched, and the persons or things to be seized. Now, this is a really great amendment because it's affirming and asserting that we each have a right not only to privacy, but also to be secure. That is to say, government officers shouldn't be coming and just harassing us, looking and trying to find some kind of a fault with us so that they can, just occupying our time. Is a drain on us. And so, in order to do that, and in order to be present in our houses, in our vehicles, even, no matter what the Supreme Court says, our papers, anything that belongs to us, no one in government has a right to just go and poke their noses into it and occupy our time and attention and harass us in that way, unless they can prove that it's reasonable. So first of all, the Fourth Amendment relies on some definition of reasonable. You have to have human beings who understand what it means to be reasonable versus unreasonable. And this presupposes a basic level of morality and decency and compassion for other human beings. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. If you can't agree that this is actually something that should be done in a civilized society, then it should not be done. And no warrants shall issue but upon probable cause, supported by oath or affirmation. So a couple more concepts here. Probable cause. This invokes a notion of truth. You have to have an understanding of what is factual versus not, what is probable versus not. Probable meaning more likely than not. And it also has to be, a warrant has to be supported by oath or affirmation. In other words, the person signing the warrant actually has to take responsibility and put his own reputation on the line and say, I'm going to stake that this is true. And so he could have repercussions if he's not actually adhering to probable cause. And particularly describing the place to be searched and the persons or things to be seized. And again, this is so that the government can't just go through all your stuff and pry its eyes on everything and learn your company's trade secrets or whatever, gain access to private correspondence without your permission. And there are numerous assaults against this that are being waged right now. I mentioned in another video, Senator Mike Lee's Charlie Kirk Act would, in fact, as currently phrased in the petition, it would enable the government to spy on your private social media correspondence, just on a witch hunt, looking to see if you censored anyone unfairly or said something that you can't prove is verifiably true about the government. Another example is Utah's HB 273 that was passed in this last legislative session, which enables reverse keyword search, including warrantless search.